Hi guys, a lot of people have been asking me about my strategy and commenting on my charts. So I thought I'd make a brief video to show you guys what I see and how I trade and the patience I have. Um, my strategy is based on the charts. You cannot see everything I do because if I had everything there, it would be clogged with lines. So I clean up the charts a lot, so they're easy to read. But um, I use wave theory. I use volume. I use MACD. I also use moving averages, though they are not they are on this chart, but on newer charts they're not there. Um, I also use market profile, though I use it on directly on MT4 because I have the indicators spread between the charting site and the MT4, so that I don't need to have too many indicators on one or the other, and so I try to just keep my charts clean and so that it's easier for me to read them and for everybody else to see the ideas. So I'm going to go through some of some of my trades from the last 2 months until this week, and hopefully you guys can get an idea of how I do it. Well, not exactly how I do it, but how I think about what might happen and how I act once that thing has happened or once it hasn't happened. So here I had a wave 1, then I had what I thought would be a wave 2, an ABC, and then what I'm thinking it's going up like this. And what happened so far, this really in fact did do the wave 3, then retraced, and it's starting to go up. So this one I still have opened. It's a trade that started a month ago, so well, this started a month ago, then I added somewhere around here. The way I add is, well, I got this channel here, so there's a good area to add to it. Another one, this one, well, this I had a 3 wave, then an ABC, or a 4 wave, and then a 5, and then I knew that I had the idea that the retracement, the big retracement, would bring us around this area, so that was confirmed. So from here I was looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on. I didn't know if this was one here or this was an AB. I'm gonna clean it. I didn't know if at this point I didn't know if this was an ABC like this or an ABC like this. So that's why I have these 2 lines. What happened was it really, in fact, the ABC was this ABC. So if you had that channel there, draw it. If you had that channel there, this would be a nice area hitting the trend line. So that would be a nice area to enter the trade. Until here, I wasn't very comfortable with it. So it's better to wait. If you're not comfortable, wait for it, even if you miss it. But wait for it. It really did have a double top there, and then now it's going on the way up, hoping to get to that line somewhere. Well, it's October, by the end of the year maybe. Another one, I had this what I was looking at as being a triangle, A, B, C, E, and then looking for the 5-way move down. And what happened, it didn't trigger my entry yet. So what I usually do is I have my line here, and sometimes I write wait for the break. So it didn't give me the entry, so it never broke down that line. So if it's going to do something like this, now I have another channel there. I can look for an entry there at a better price than if I had forced my entry somewhere around there. So it's nice to wait. At least in my strategy, I trade 4 hours. Most of the charts you're going to see are 4 hours. So I'm waiting, and this is 24 days waiting. From here to here, it's 24 days, so it's a month waiting for a trade to happen. But then I want to risk this thing to get something like this thing. And I'm going for, many times I'm going for 1 to 6. Sometimes I'm going for 1 to 11 or 1 to 10, but the least I'll do is 1 to 3. That's the least I will do. So this one hasn't triggered me in. I don't know if it's going to trigger, but well, I'm waiting on it. Another one, this one, what I was looking at here was a down move. I had what I thought was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1 and an ABC, and I was looking for this move. This was a month ago. I'm looking at these charts. I don't know what happened. There are many charts. I don't know by heart what happened to all of them. So here, the same thing happened. It never triggered me. I had two entries. I wanted to enter at the break of this line and then add on the break of this line. This hasn't happened yet. So again, for a month I've been waiting for this thing. It did a double top here. So we can try and search for that one, or just wait a little longer and see if it breaks this line. But patience is a virtue here. Another one here. I had a wave 4 ending here. It looked like a wave 4 ending, and I was trying to pick all the wave 5. And this could be 1, 2, then looking for 3, 4, 5. And I was expecting price to come down, bump here, do something like clean this up. do something like this and then enter on the break of that line around there. Let's see what happened. It never did go down, but if it doesn't go down, a good entry would be the break of that high. That would be a good entry. So you'd be triggered in there. You have a couple of days, a couple of moments with a little stress and moving. I actually have about 2 positions on this pair. They're going great so far. Next one, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. I was looking at a harmonic pattern here, bullish shark. In wave theory, I was looking at a correction channel, something like this. So I was looking for price to come here and break, then move up. This was a month ago. I don't think it did go down. It broke immediately my trigger line. There, just if it triggered, I'd go in, and well, it triggered me, but I kept the thing because I didn't wait on this one, but I did go in there. It did come down to exactly the point I had thought it would be. So here I didn't have patience, but if I did have, I'd get a nice price, a better price. But anyway, I'm so far I'm about 0 now. I don't remember if I did get up on the top of the channel or not. Probably not. But anyway, we might have here. This is, if this is in fact what looks to me as a wave 2. We now will have a trend line here, and this would be wave 1, 2, and 3, and then on. So I'm keeping this one so far. This one, so down channel, triangle wave 4, wave triangle, not wave 4, sorry, not this one. A wave 4 doing an ABC, then a kind of triangle on a wave. This is not in fact wave, this was a wrong count, but anyway, what I was looking at was down, and it went to my exit point. It was a small trade, but anyway, it was profit trade. Small trade, still a couple of days. Another one, I was looking at a wave 4 retracement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retracement. Still hasn't gone there, so the wave count might be redone, and it will be redone. I always redo the retracements, the counts every weekend. That would be a good point to enter. This was one probably entering. This is my stop, so I don't know if I'm gonna get stopped there. I have 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. Let's see what happens there. This one, I'm gonna this one this one is 6 days ago. I entered here a long time ago, so I'm waiting for retracement and then a break up, but I still I still think we're on a wave 2 correction and it's still going to go down. And in fact, it's being retracing just like I thought it would. Wave 4 has 3 waves, and that's exactly what you're seeing there. So wave 1, 2, 3, then probably go down to a C wave and then go up. This one, well, it did have wave counts, but it was pretty obvious to me. You had a head and shoulders here hitting the trend line and another trend line here, and you would probably have symmetry here, and so at this point of the symmetry, that's where I thought the waves would start to go up again, and that's what they're doing so far. So entering on the break of that, where it says wait for the break, entering on the break would be entering somewhere around there, and now you have this trend line and it's going up. My exit will be here on top of that line. So this has been a good trade so far. This, I don't trade this one, but I do the analysis on this one. It was pretty clear that we had a channel up, usually correction, and that price was compressing, and it really had nowhere to go around here, so I was expecting a breakdown, and it's breaking down, it's retesting the break, so it should come at least until this bottom, but then do something like this, then retest the bottom and then go down. But I don't trade this one. I just do the analysis to know what's happening on Asia. This was a great trade. I took my profit there. My target was hit, and I do have 2 charts on this one. So I had, I don't know, 1 or 2 positions at this point. I had gone in somewhere around there. And I went in again somewhere around there. You're gonna see it, and then my target was hit around there. My target was hit there. But then everybody was asking, well, should we go long? Should we go long? I said, wait for it. It's got to retrace. So this was the end of that impulse move, and I said no, it's got to retrace now. So it did retrace. I'm still waiting to see if we're having 1, 2, 3 retracement, or if this would be a 1, 2, 3, then this is a startup. Anyway, my entry for this one would be around there, and in fact it was. But my money management is it's very personal, so my stop is always below this one. But I'm waiting for a move, like something bigger than this. This is only wave 5, so I'm waiting for a big move. So it's not a good moment to enter anymore. I'm already safe on this one, and if it does retrace back, in fact does ABC here. Well, I'll be entering again here. This will be stopped out or in break even or with a small profit. Then I'll be looking to enter this to the upside. This was a bearish Gartley. In fact, we had a nice ABC move here, what looked to be an ABC. So I was looking to go to continue down. It only triggered my short around there. That in fact it's a better price than if I would have gone there. So these lines you see here are in fact going somewhere like this above. Anyway, it's been a good trade so far. These next trades were amazing, perfect trades. Made me more than 5,000 pips last month. On a lot of positions I kept adding on the way down. So again, we had the wave count, we had A, B, C, and I was looking for 5 waves down. I entered on the break of that blue line and I kept adding on the way down, and it just got triggered there. My target got hit there. The pound is just amazing last month to me. Same thing here. I entered on the break of that one. It went sideways for some days, almost a month, but then it gave me my target there. Now it's probably retracing, doing something like this, and then go back. So to add this, I'll only be adding around there. If it continues here, I will not be adding to this one. This was after the target, so my target was hit somewhere around there, and I kept telling people on the forum, wait for it, don't get lost. This really didn't look like an impulse, so I could be looking at something like this, ABC. That's what I was thinking that could happen, and in fact it's what it's happening. So a nice place to go in would be now. You have this channel here, and you can try and add on that break, and at least go to this point, and after it will probably retrace and then start a new wave down, big wave down. So if you want a small trade, I mean small, couple months, you can try and do this. This is risk. This is probably the profit you can look for, or wait and try and enter there. This would be also after this wave 5. This could also be a wave 1, 2, 3. Then you have 4, and then you have a move down. Same thing here. I was looking to enter there. I had already some positions from I don't know, September or somewhere around here. This also is moving. Did hit my target around that area there. on wave 3, and now I'm just waiting for it to trigger. You have now a channel here, so could be a new entry there next week. I don't know. I'll redo the charts like I do every weekend. This is one, the pound yen is one that I'm still in. This I started 2 months ago. I have about 7 positions so far on it. Been adding along the way. Now it's retracing, but it still hasn't hit my target. It's been a great move so far. It almost did hit my target there, but I'm still waiting to see if and when it hits. This looks like to be like it could be a wave 4 of C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll get my target hit in the next couple of weeks, I think. Same here. This one gave me my target. I think it has already retraced. It did hit my target. Now we could have like A, B, C, and now it's the next wave 1 or an A, B, C, coming up to that area and then going down. Anyway, it did hit my target there, that green line. I don't put the trades on the charts because I don't want to influence people, but I do put my lines because my entries are always on a smaller time frame, so I don't want to put on the chart enter here, exit there, because each one is responsible for their own trades, and I don't want to influence anybody. This was a great move also. I had a perfect ABC move here. Sorry, not this tool. I had a perfect ABC here. I also had a bearish butterfly. Also had price hitting the top of the channel. So I had 3 things telling me to enter there, and that's what I did. I was looking for price to find some support there, but then continue down, find another support down there, then continue down, and that's exactly what it did. So I did get my target hit here. The channel would be this thing, so it could come back, give you an entry there, and then continue down. This chart is funny. Sometimes I do pick bottoms or tops, but I never enter at bottoms or tops. My rules don't allow for it. So even I'm saying here that price will not go lower than this, but even if it does, my entry would be somewhere around there. Would never be around there because depending on my risk, my stop would be somewhere around there. I did go long here. A lot of people, about 3 or 4 guys, were telling it there's no way it's going to go down or going to go up. has to go down because the funny thing was they were saying that this level here was a level from 1996, and that well, don't look at lines as walls, because lines are just lines, they're not walls. And these guys were looking at this like it was a wall. There's no way it's going to go up. It was go up. What in fact it did find resistance at this area. You're going to see it came up, then it came down, then it's starting to move up again. But anyway, I picked this bottom here. It went up, then it moved down on a channel you're going to see on the next chart, and it's breaking up again. So it's, my view is still valid a month after. So I did find that this was in fact the bottom, but then I saw this channel here, and this is not an impulse, it's just a correction, it's a flag. If I move it here, and if you are into technical analysis, well, what you have here is a flag. So I'm looking for it to continue up. So I did go in there. I'm still in the position. I'm at about 0 now. I'm going to keep it at least until there. But well, it doesn't look like it's going to. And don't do that. Look at resistance points from 20 years ago. 20 years ago is a long time. It's before the euro. It's before, I'm gonna say, most, probably half the traders out there were born, or not before they were born, but before they started trading. It's before electronic trading, so a 1996 resistance point for me has no value. This is the same chart. This is the channel I just drew, and I was looking for it maybe to come a little lower to this area, either here or here, and then break up. And in fact, it broke up immediately after that. So what I think we're going to see now, it's on a wave 3. Here we have 3, 4, and then 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on. And then there it goes, your 96 level. Crazy to think about those levels, but well, here I was looking at 2 possible patterns. One was this ABC, and then it was this ABC. Anyway, I had a level that was supposed to, that I was thinking it would hold there. I had my entry line there. It scared me there. I don't remember if I did enter there or if I did enter there. But anyway, I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3. Probably you're gonna see something like this. Anyway, that's my view. Another one. Correction channel down. This is still in the channel, so there's no entry here. Still, you could try and see that entry around there if it breaks down, or if you want to be more reduce your risk and look for less risk and also less profit, look for it to break down here. This one, in my view, New Zealand dollars, it's very strong, and US dollar is just playing around for the next couple of weeks until the elections. So did come down to the point I thought it would come. It did give me my entry there on the lower time frame. My stop is there, so it's no worries, because what I mean, this is wave 1, ABC 2. Well, just project all these lines to the side, because instead of breaking here, it broke here, so well, we have this thing here. This this pair is another US pair, just playing around. It's not doing anything, and it's going up and sideways, so it's something to wait for. Anyway, price is compressing, so you got here a triangle. My view is that this is going to break to the downside. Might still have a couple of weeks that then the election on the US will separately decide this thing. The last two, in my view, the Swiss franc is kind of weak, so I think it's been losing on most pairs. This was I was looking at a Gartley here. It could still come a little lower, so my trigger line is always a little above, trying to connect the tops. What many times will happen, I will enter, and then I may have it, withdraw this. I may enter, and I know it can retrace, so I can enter there, and I can have 3-4 days of negative in my position, but it also can trigger there and do this, and you're instant in profit. Well, but that's psychology, and that's something I'm detached from the outcome. I'm more concentrated on the process of applying my rules and following them through. And if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I've been happy to have more wins than losses, and my wins are always more than the losses. And this would be the last one. This is also one that's bothering a lot of people. It's bothering me also. I saw first the head and shoulders here. So I thought this could go down. It's still hasn't decided yet. But well, it's on the top of the channel. Did a big move on the last 4 hours down of the weekend or before the weekend. So my view is still the same. It could still try and come up here and then fall. Yen pairs, yen is gaining a lot, and in fact, I don't think it's gaining. It's been devalued for a long time, so I think yen pairs are just uh, regaining the value that they in fact should have. Um, so that's it for this first webinar. I hope you guys learned something from it. But then again, all these lines you see on any pair, they're not just random. I do make calculations. I do look at rhythm. I do the wave counts. I look at patterns. I look at volume. I look at market profile. I look at correlations. I look at a lot of things before I decide to go in. But I mean, if you look at new charts, they don't have moving averages anymore. But if I had everything here, the Fibonacci's, the patterns, the market profile, this would just be crazy to look at. So I try to keep them simple and keep them like open for you guys to use your own strategies with them. Just don't look at these charts and follow them blindly. I think everybody needs to have their own strategy. These are only setups. The important thing is to have your rules and to follow them, because anybody can go here on the chart and then say, okay, it's going to break either up or down. Well, that's 100% sure. But then your rules are going to help you decide what has to happen for me to go long, what has to happen for me to go short. And I have the setup on the 4 hour, then I go to the 30 minutes or the 15 minutes to pick the exact moment of getting in and my risk. I pick that on a lower time frame. So I hope this was helpful, and if you like this video, let me know so I can do more. If not, well, just trying to help, and I won't do more. I will be doing a webinar next week, so if you want to see it, follow me or either on Facebook or YouTube, and it'll be live, so you guys can ask questions, and hopefully it will be interesting. I think it was a lot of fun putting it together, mixing trading with jazz, and so let's see how it turns out. So I hope you guys enjoy this and have a good weekend. Bye.